my wife was just saying that we needed a longer hose outside, and Vevor sent me an email asking if I wanted to try one of their new hose reels a couple days later, and I showed it to my wife, and she's like, sure, let's try that out. That looks like it'll work. So here it is. They sent it to me, and free of charge, actually, and this is what it looks like. Really nice looking hose reel. It's quite heavy, though. This one is a 5/8 diameter hose by 84 feet. So it is a fairly long hose. It's a little bit of a stiff hose. There you can see the leader that goes to the wall. Now it comes with a bracket for mounting. So you're going to need a pretty sturdy surface to mount this into, probably like a 4x4 or something like that in the ground. I'll show you how I mounted mine. I cheated. But there it is. It comes with the mounting bracket, a pivot, and a leader hose about 6 feet long. And then it pulls out, and you can see there's a nice little tracker in there that makes sure the hose winds right back up the way it came out. Moves with the hose, so pretty high quality unit for a little plastic thing. Came with a couple of nozzles. This one's a twist type nozzle, and that's got a quick connect on it. And it also came with another one, and you can see the brass fittings on the hose. And there's the other nozzle. That's got like this little thing, that lever that you push. And there's all the mounting lag bolts for it. So they give you inserts for concrete too. And let's look in the top here. If something gets tangled, you can pull that top piece off. And you can also see there's a carrying handle on it too if you want to, take it in for the winter and put it away or stuff. So let's go outside and get this thing installed. It just got done raining. Another 2 days of rain here. Another inch of rain. Oh yeah, and look at what happened to my toolbox for the front of my trailer. FedEx destroyed a brand new toolbox, so that's going back. But anyhow, I decided that I was going to just set it over here on the side. And I was going to put a pole in the ground. But then I decided, well, maybe I'll just anchor it to the ground. And I found a piece of 3/4 inch conduit I had left that was the exact same size as that hole in it for mounting it. And I hammered it flat on one end to drive in the ground. And so I'm just going to drive it in the ground right here by where the hose is. It's going to be really down and out of the way by doing it this way. You need something to anchor it. Let's put it that way. You don't want to pull this hose out and not have something to anchor it, because if it lets loose, it's going to come flying at you probably. It's a really strong spring. So I got that started in the ground pretty much as straight as I could. And then I slid the hose reel on top of it. Got everything where I wanted it. And there you can see it's got a nice flat spot on the bottom that sits on the bricks here. So that'll be good. And let me grab my board and pound it in a little bit further. Make sure it doesn't come out. Now it's a little bit over a foot in the ground there. That seems to anchor it pretty good. And it's kind of out of the way there. You don't even see it. So, my wife was real happy with the location. And this is where it's going to stay. In the winter, I'll have to take it out and blow it out and bring it inside. But I put a little cap on top of the conduit so bees don't get down in there. And again, they had the brass fitting there, all well protected and stuff. I wish American companies would learn to package stuff this nice so it arrives in good shape. And let's put this nozzle on. Now it turned out in the end, I'll show you, my wife wanted her squeeze nozzle. This one's a little tough on your thumb if you're you got any kind of arthritis or pains or anything. Turn it on, and it takes a while to fill up because there is quite a it's 84 feet of hose, 5/8 inch hose in there, so it does have nice flow, and it does. Nozzle works good too. You don't mind using your thumb on it, and it pulls out really nice. It does take a pretty good amount of force though to walk away with it and pull it out. So you have to be, if you're real weak, you might have a problem with this. But the hose is a little bit stiff. Not too bad though, because you don't have to wind it up. It winds itself right up like that. That's really nice. You just give it a yank and it goes back in. So my wife wanted her little squeezy handle on there that she likes using. It takes a second. It's just a standard hose end. You can put any kind of end on there you want. I'll put the other end down by the garden probably. And I wanted it to go in a little bit further. So this little stop here, you just have to loosen the 2 screws and slide it to where you want it. And seeing how it's down on the ground, I just wanted this short here. If you got it up in the air, you can have it a little bit longer. Then tighten the screws up, and it's back there, it's locked on the hose, and you definitely need that because I'll show you what happens if it slips out of your hand and flies in later. And you can see we got that smoke coming back. Kind of hard to see in the camera here, but we got bad air again today. Alright, let's start pulling this thing out. We got to go way out around the corner and down to make my wife happy. And I'm going to tell you, it does take, it probably takes 20-25 pounds of force. That thing's a giant spring in there, and it's a really long one too. And I just kept pulling and pulling and pulling here, so I had enough to get down around the corner. And here you can see these are the side beds that my wife wanted this for, to be able to water instead of having to carry a can over there. And no problem, reaches the whole thing. It's it's really nice, and you don't have to mess with it. Pulls right out. And it'll make it easy to water. Now they don't really need water now because it just rained, but just showing you that it does have really good flow, being the 5/8 diameter. So it it really looks good, and looks like it's gonna work. Now to let it go back in, I just pulled it, and you can see it's got a lot of force. It does wind it up nice and tight, and make sure that you're holding on to the end. Oops, there it goes, slam back in. But if you hold on to the end, it goes in nice and gently, and it's approved by the boss here. She's happy with it. Works good. Couple extra parts I'll save in case I want to move it out back or something like that. But for now, it's settled in up there. Here's a quick look at those raspberries I planted last year. I put one little stick in the ground, and it looks like we're going to have a whole bunch of nice raspberries in a little while. And look at that clover coming up. I've got to cut this and get the cyclone rake out for some mulching in the garden, but bees are loving it. So you can see it's a really nice looking unit, and actually the best part is my wife is happy about it, and it works good so far. And I'll keep you updated if there are ever any problems with it or anything. But I just wanted to share this, and just in case you're looking for a hose reel like this that's automatic. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.